All right. With that, we're almost, I think, to just members, since I see Delegate Siebold. Delegate Siebold, HB 361.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, HB 361 is identical to the bill that passed this chamber on a bipartisan basis in 2024. As most of you know, that in 2020, this legislature passed the enhanced earned sentence credits to reward good behavior across an individual's entire sentence. Today, though, time spent in local jails before a person is transferred to a DOC facility is credited differently, sometimes up to 85% less, even if the individual exhibits the perfect behavior. This bill will smooth and simplify calculations, creating a single earning level for all time incarcerated, whether that time is served in a local jail or in a DOC facility. The bill does not change eligibility, it does not create new releases, and it does not alter the current earned sentence credit statute. It simply alters existing release dates for individuals who have demonstrated good behavior and rehabilitation, often by just a few months. These extra weeks, though, and months spent incarcerated matter deeply to families, and they matter to the folks who are currently incarcerated and waiting to be reunited with their children. Thank you, Madam Chair. I encourage you to support this bill. Oh, my goodness, and I'm so sorry, Madam Chair. I had a long conversation with your wonderful committee lawyer, and they did make some great recommendations. So I would love to add that to this bill and ask for that to be amended.
Amendments, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the subcommittee, this should be posted online as well. Again, the amendments do not change anything that Delegate Siebold has stated. Talking with my outside counsel here, on line 19, after the word detention, this would be in the second sentence being added to subsection A, where we would be including a clause that says, comma, including such time spent awaiting trial or entry of a final order of conviction by the committing court. This would be just to make sure very clearly that all time actually spent by a person in confinement or detention, including while they're waiting for trial or while they're waiting for a judge to enter that sentencing order after they've been convicted, would be credited for their earned sentences credits. Then on line 31 and 34, which are both in the enactment clause number 2, where we talk about any correctional facility. So on line 31, it would say any state or local correctional facility, just clarifying that language. And after plan on line 34, where we're talking about approval of an appropriate release plan, it was brought up that some inmates or individuals are not required to have such plans. Some are just released straight from the jail. Some of them are released with this plan. So we wanted to add language that says, if required. That way nobody was being held in the jail unnecessarily on a plan that they didn't even have to do in the first place.
So you have before you in writing the amendments on line 19, on line 31, and on line 34. Motion is in order.
Move the amendments.
Moved and seconded. We adopt the amendments as reported. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, the bill is before us as amended. Any further comments with that? If not, then are there questions or concerns from the committee? I don't see any requests to speak. Are there members in the audience who wish to speak in favor of 361? I see 4 individuals. Again, 5 individuals, if you could keep it to a total of 5 minutes for all of you. I now see 7, 8, 9. Go right ahead, but still 5 minutes.
Thank you, everybody. Taj Mayenheft with the Humanization Project. We've been working on earned sentence credits a long time, and on this particular bill, it's really simple. A day doing right is a day doing right wherever you're doing that day. What facility you're at is not under your control. If you're doing everything we're asking you to do, you should receive the same credit. And in the meantime, what's happening until we fix this, according to legislative intent, we are having people who can't afford bond not have to serve a longer portion of their sentence because they had to spend more of it at the jail. That's an inequity based on income, which I don't think anybody here is approving of. This is common sense. A day counts the same wherever you are. And I will also say, those few days that people will get back don't change their sentences substantively. But just the amount that healthcare costs are going up for incarceration, which I know you guys all heard about or have indirectly, this is going to save about $11 million a year in food and medical alone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Madam Chair and members of the subcommittee. My name is Loretta Lovejoy, and as someone whose family has been personally impacted by the failure to uphold the original intent of the earned sentence credit bill, I strongly support this bill. After an already difficult judicial process, it was devastating to learn that my brother would not receive credit for the time spent in pretrial detention, especially when factors such as COVID-related court delays were beyond his control. My brother has been consistently recognized by fellow inmates and staff for his exemplary behavior and positive impact on others. We are not seeking special treatment, only that he and others like him receive credit for rehabilitation and good conduct, regardless of when or where that time was served. Though this bill would reduce his sentence by only 4 months, that time means everything to our family, allowing us to share milestones such as my sister's wedding, my dad's 75th birthday, and much more. As we all know, time is our most precious resource, and every minute counts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman. My name is Samuel Harris. I'm a recently returning citizen. I spent 24 years, 8 months, and 10 hours in prison. And of that time, I spent 18 months in the jail, which if this bill passed, it would give me good time for the bill. And I believe a day for day, if I can get the good time in prison, I should also get it in jail. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and fellow delegates. I would like to bring to the point of, I was incarcerated for 7 years for this, and I was inside of Dillon Correctional Center, and as a tutor and aide for the resilience education program that was brought inside through UVA's Darden Business School, I was able to hold this position, and it, at that point, brought others that would bring in legal questions as a paralegal as well. When I would see this, I would see that inequity. I would see so many people not being able to get those credits. I was fortunate enough to be out on the previous earned sentence credit bill, and I would still be there today if it wasn't for that. Every second counts. Thank you.
And identify your name, please.
Yes, I'm so sorry. My name is Blake Vi. And yeah, should have started off with that.
Thank
I
you.
apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rob Pokenclass from Justice for Virginia. We support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members, Chris Kaiser with the ACLU of Virginia. We support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fatima Muahed, co-representative for Survivors for Justice Reform. We support this bill. We've supported for loved ones like Talib, Tay, Kareem, and Poetic. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition to HB 361? If not, online we have 2 speakers who are still with us. We originally had 5, and those are first John Lovejoy.
Hello, my name is John Lovejoy. I'm a retired Army officer who went on to complete 30 years supporting the intelligence community. My wife Melanie here and I are the parents of 9 children and 19 young future taxpayers, also known as grandchildren. 2 years ago, I appeared at a similar hearing, only to be disappointed when such legislation was vetoed. Today, I'm heartened to again support this legislation. Our son spent 4 years in the county jail awaiting trial, which included the entire COVID period. 4 years of no outside exercising, never feeling the sun, no face-to-face family visits. In short, extended jail time is often more onerous than prison time. But importantly, HB 361 also includes a consideration date of July 1st, 2026 for those still incarcerated. For our family, this means our son would be home this summer, not 4 days after Thanksgiving, as now scheduled. But we're only one of perhaps hundreds of families that this state will impact. In moving this legislation forward, I urge that you do everything possible to maintain the July 1st implementation date. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lovejoy. Our next the speaker is Sheba Williams from the No Left Turns.
Yes, good afternoon again. Chair Watson Committee, Sheba Williams with No Left Turns. I obviously support this. I have been working with a young man who went into Department of Corrections at the age of 14. He is on year 21 because he spent 2.5 years in juvenile detention and pretrial. His time did not or has not been counted so far, and he has been diligently waiting to come home. There are many others like him. So for that reason and all the previous reasons stated, we support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions, concerns from the, I see that I have Delegate Davis.
Question for council. So if the defendant is in serving a sentence and then while incarcerated, he gets a charge while incarcerated, does he get the same credit for both charges?
That would depend on the charge that he got while incarcerated. So if he gets a violent offense, he's not going to get the same earned sentence credit. It depends what he's being held on. So it would all depend on the specific charge and how that's applied, depending on what he's convicted of.
So it is possible that if they're serving a sentence, and they should get absolutely credit for all of that, but while they're incarcerated, they get a new charge, do they get the same credit for both charges? Is my question.
Yes, it just depends. So I don't have every charge in the statute memorized, but certain charges are ineligible for their tiers. I think most violent offenses, you don't get it. And I honestly think prisoner in possession, you probably wouldn't. And those are all of the charges that I could think you would get while in jail. So they would not get the same credit. Like, violent offenses are not covered by the earned sentence credit. I don't know about prisoner in possession, but again, it's what they would get already according to statute. This wouldn't change anything that's already in place.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other further questions?
Madam Chair, I have someone in the audience who may be able to answer.
Please, if you would like to, yes, please do.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to answer Delegate Davis's question.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Sean Winnet with Cavalier Consulting, representing the Humanization Project. I would say to the Chair, Delegate Davis, 2 points with that. 53.1203 is crimes by prisoners, so if they're charged under that statute, they're not eligible for the earned sentence credit program during that time they're serving for that. Further, I would point to the Virginia Department of Corrections inmate discipline program. It's 861.1 is their disciplinary code. So if you were to receive another felony charge or a crime conviction while you're incarcerated, that would disqualify you, knock you down to a lower earning level, down to what we call it a level 4, which is actually 0 for 0 for 30 is sort of the category that it puts you into. So you would not earn them for that charge while you were incarcerated.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
At this point, Delegate Siebel, you have the final word as patron.
Madam Chair, thank you very much. I'm just really, I'm happy I'm able to bring this bill back again this session. It was, as I mentioned, it was supported by my friends also on the other side of the aisle, and I think it's an important measure that we take this year in 2026. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Any further comments, questions? We operate by motion. And I'm making sure this one does not go to appropriations. So clerk, would you please open the roll, and members cast your vote on reporting as amended. HB 361